Wow, Abba Kyari, he has confessed owning properties in Lagos. As it is, the headline which says it has been so very shocking that Abba Kyari confessed owning estates in Lèkki, Victoria Island, Abuja, and other locations in Nigeria. NDLEA sources, which is the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Sources at the Nigerian Drug Enforcement Agency have disclosed embattled senior police officer Abba Kyari has confessed to owning estates in Lèkki, Victoria Island, Lagos, Gusap, and Ibro Asokoro in Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The disgraced Super Cop Abba Kyari is currently facing a probe over his alleged link with cybercrime and cybercriminal Ramon Abbas, aka Hush Puppy, and drug cartel. Wow. According to the sources quoted by Vanguard, the NDLEA has filed an application in call for the extension of the detention of Abba Kyari and 4 other suspects involved in the 25-kilogram cocaine deal. This is just as sources said that the agency is also carrying out forensic analysis of the exhibits recovered from the suspect and other accomplices with a view to arresting all the suspects involved in the deal. Furthermore, it was learned that the agency has beefed up security in around their headquarters at Gambia, Area 11, Garki, Abuja, following fears that attempts may be made to free Abba Kyari and other police officers allegedly involved in the drug deal. This development, according to sources, came as a result of privileged information made available to top officials of the agency that adequate care and security measures must be taken to ensure that Abba Kyari and other outside forces do not spring these suspects from detention. Well, that is what it is. I would say yes, Abba Kyari several times. We must have heard that Abba Kyari was indicted, by either the FBI, that is starting from the antecedents, from the FBI. You can recall that even in the south is the Biafra also, shouted that yes, we are being marginalized, we are being, killed just because they are changing the narratives. They know what they are doing. And meanwhile, we've also heard and confirmed that Abba Kyari is a super cop and also is the head of a special anti-robbery squad. As of that time, every official of SARS, they have acted wrongly. I would say they were acting with impunity and making the public go disarray. I could remember every antecedent whenever I drive past, and then you understand when SARS was still very very off. I drive past the harass people. Even if you wear suits or you look you as being suspicion. With their suspicion rather, they will harass you, they will ask you irrelevant questions for those that are trying to make ends meet for themselves, maybe due to cryptocurrency. They will say, okay, this one is a Yahoo boy, or this one is into internet fraud. They will leave the so-called politicians who have embezzled a whole lot. They will not arrest those, or rather they will act with impunity and start harassing. So then I never knew Super Cop Abba Kyari was even the head, because I was thinking, okay, Abba Kyari, well, it might be one of the officers that that were very very proactive in their duty. Never knew that yes, he has this wrong, or let me say, he has a reputation that is not, at least I would say, is not worth it, because as a police officer, you are meant to disseminate law, which is by the standard of a police or force. You disseminate information rightly. You are to protect the lives and properties of the citizens, because that's your number one priority, and that's why you have been either appointed or promoted to that level. or that was why you were being admitted into a police force. But in the absence of good governance, or let me say good dissemination of office prowess, they acted with impunity, acted otherwise. Because the police in Nigeria would definitely extract money from either traders, bus driver, transporters, workers, depending on whoever they've deemed fit to harass. And that has become so embarrassing to the public, whereby even musicians were being harassed. Son of prominent people were being harassed just because they dress fine, they look neat, not to talk of you putting on dread. And there was nowhere in the constitution or under the constitution that says we should not associate yourself freely with whatever association, or put dread, or whatever you want to wear you can wear, because if they detest all that, they should ban some of those clothes. Or rather, I would say under the constitution they will let it be glaring obvious to everybody that yes, this is what is embedded in this country. And meanwhile, in the other part of the country, because we have the southern part and the northern part, I believe they also have a different law which guides them, but which is not supposed to be. Now, Abba Kyari will transport himself down to the east and telling us that Biafra or Eastern Security Network is an illegal security outfit. Then what is a Sharia law? I don't really understand. What are those guys doing in that Kano or in those states that Sharia is embedded? So we have a Sharia law, and we have the Constitution of Nigeria, which is the 1999 Constitution. So which one should be more effective? That means the Constitution of Nigeria is just to brainwash us, or is just to play to the gallery? Because I believe every one of them, they are all political by God. And as it is, I would say the Fulani, who were the minority, because Buhari has a representation as a Fulani man. He was born in Niger by birth, so he's a dual citizen of Nigeria and Fulani. So they believe that they own Nigeria. I wouldn't understand, because nobody has the monopoly of power, and no man is an islander, and no I would say no man can act with impunity under democracy, because as it is, democracy is the government of the people, for the people and by the people, and that is what it is. So they shouldn't change the narratives. Changing the narratives would cause havoc, and so many people have been saying, laying prophecy, and be seeing all this that is happening now. Some part of the country, fuel is not even in order, and some part of the country, there are fuel. They said maybe there was a bad fuel, but I have not really gotten why there will be a bad fuel, why the what's it called, importer, or let me say the sole proprietor to Nigeria on importation of oil, or one aspect of the importation of oil will now say is metaphor oil and mixed oil or something. I don't really understand the grammar. They shouldn't use grammar for to cover up some things, because we are the owner of the crude oil, for crying out loud. Then before the crude oil rather gets to abroad, so that crude oil is not bad. They would have detected it, and no white man would definitely want to sell bad oil, or except you chose the crunches. You said you chose the on beneath under the fuel. I don't really know, because if I start talking about Nigeria now, because I don't want to infuriate anybody, but the basic truth is that let's be closer to God. If we are closer to God, do God's work, or God's bidding, or do the right thing. It's not even hard to do the right thing. Love your neighbor as yourself. The United States, we adopted democracy from. They are practicing the democracy directly the way it's supposed to go. I'm not saying they are perfect either, but at least their lives is give and take. Give and take, and definitely. Well, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. Don't forget to share this news, and don't even forget to press the bell icon to get more notification on the channel Independent TV 7. Thanks for listening, and God bless.